So, day's done. I'll go back, and this is actually my first video today. I'll put it in order though on all the things that happened. When we get back to our room, I'll go through the day, but I am being in the recovery room, and I just had a Trifusion port put in where they go give me all my chemo and the bone marrow transplant and anything else they need to put into my body, IVs, etc., etc. So I get up and get dressed and go get some food because I haven't eaten anything, and it is, what time is it, Laura? Like almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's been a fun day.
Yeah, it's been 20 hours since you ate. It's been 20 hours since, you had dinner at 7 o'clock last night. Here we are.
So I even got my wife in here. So Northside did a great job. I don't remember anything, which is the whole point of it. And I'll once again record the rest of the day, what happened today, in just a few moments and no time at all from your perspective. Well, today was a long day. Lorelai had to get up for her own doctor's appointment today. She had an eye doctor's appointment, and just real quick, the end result of that is she has glaucoma and needs to be on special drops for the rest of her life. She already has a little bit of eye nerve damage, and her cataracts are getting worse. So she has to deal with that today. This morning, I took off from our hotel at a little bit before 7. Took a Uber over to the hospital because Lorelai's appointment was at 7:30 in Fayetteville. My first appointment was at the Bone Marrow Transplant Center, and they needed to take some labs, height and weight, and they also did a COVID test. And once they were finished with me, I sat out in their lobby for a little bit, and I got called back to the one of the what's the right word? Consultation rooms. And the person who was speaking to me was the pharmacist, and she went over all my personal medications and which ones I need to stop taking during all these procedures. There are a few that I have to change how often I take them, and then a whole slew of brand new medications that I need to work into my medication schedule, many of which have some significant side effects that I'm going to have to live with while I'm taking them. Mostly nausea and possibility of vomiting is the worst, and you'll probably see some of that as I go through this. Then after that appointment, I waited for Lorelai, and she came, picked me up. We went back to the apartment. There are a few things that we discovered we still needed, and so when she was in Fayetteville, she picked that stuff up. So I helped her unload that and bring it into this hotel apartment thing that we're going to be staying in. And then she drove me back to the hospital, and we got checked in at a little after noon to radiology, admitted into the hospital for a day procedure, and found our way down, turned in our paperwork, and it wasn't very long before they brought us back. And the whole purpose there was to put in a trifold catheter so that they can give me my infusions without doing anything else. I will have to have this catheter, where is it? It's right here. I'm going to have this catheter on for the next month at least, maybe 2, maybe longer, and I can't get it wet. That's the challenge. So when I bathe, I'm going to have to put cellophane over this area. Make sure that the medical device doesn't get wet at all. We waited for the procedure. They asked lots of questions, and then they wheel me back. And this has happened to me before. They tell me that they'll go give me a medication that's going to make me feel very relaxed and help me get through the procedure. And I'm sitting there going, well, nothing's happening. I don't feel a thing. Maybe I should start counting backwards like they do on the cartoons and television. And next thing I know, I'm awake, and and I'm asking them, well, when is it going to be done? They say, we're done. You're done? I don't remember a thing. And that's the point. I don't remember a thing, which is fine. Then they brought me back to Lorelei, and I made the video that you saw in the very beginning of this. So this is the end of my day right now. After we got after we left the hospital, we went and got some lunch and came back here, and I was just tired. The whole day just caught up with me, and I took a nap, and I just woke up, and it is currently, I don't know what time it is. I have my watch on. So it is, I think, 5:30, 6-ish, somewhere around there. And Lorelei's out picking up my medications from the pharmacy, and we're just calling it a night. Tomorrow, first day of chemo. So I'll give you an update. Might do an update while I'm in the chemo chair. I've got at least 2 hours while taking the infusions, and then afterwards I'll let you know how I feel after all the chemicals and drugs that they pump into me. So until then, have a good evening.